Hello everyone, and boy do we have a great little update for Baldur's Gate 3. As you can tell from the title of this video, modding is coming to Baldur's Gate 3. As you can see here from our wonderful person, user Least Leopard 155 on Reddit, having to look at this because this was posted in Larian's Discord where it was shortly deleted. I saw this while I was on the road driving around to places doing some errands, and I didn't have time to screenshot this or copy and paste it, so they deleted it and replaced it with their hotfix 19 that they pushed out today. So I guess they didn't want to just announce modding coming until they had more concrete plans or whatever, which is what they normally do. Larian's kind of known for doing that, which is they only announce stuff that they are for certain they have a timetable for and that is actually coming to the game, so that way they don't make people upset. But let's go ahead and dive into it. So patch 6 in upcoming hotfixes. Seemingly introduced a range of issues. We have plans to release a hotfix shortly that should resolve some further bugs, glitches, and crashes. So this was, remember, like how I had just said, this was posted before hotfix 19. So the hotfix 19 is already out, which should resolve some of these bugs and glitches. And let's go ahead and read the rest of it. We are actively working on further fixes that cover several community-submitted issues with patch 6, and really do appreciate your patience as we prepare to deliver this. Modding. Thank you for continuing to send in your bug reports and for sharing feedback with our support team. Alongside our investigations, your support tickets have helped us identify a discrepancy within the hotfix number 18 build, which meant that, unlike previous hotfixes, the script extender modification was no longer compatible with the latest game version. Okay, so for those of you who didn't check, here is the Norbyte script extender for Baldur's Gate 3. So what had happened is Larian did something with the binaries. They changed it like drastically, and the author didn't know really like what was going on. So just waited for a change, which is a good thing that he waited, because they ended up releasing a hotfix shortly after that fixed compatibility with the script extender, which now works, as you can see right there. Alright, let's go back to the post. Alright, we absolutely love that we have such an active modding community across our titles, and have enjoyed seeing that passion grow even stronger with Baldur's Gate 3. We want to continue making sure you're getting the best possible experience, which is why we frequently patch the game. Although this does inevitably mean that each new patch or hotfix has the potential to become incompatible with your favorite mods. Of course, that always happens, as we know from years and years of modding Skyrim. Every update breaks the script extender or several mods, and then you just have to re-download all those updated mods if they update them. We know this sucks. We know you want to play with mods, and we want to make this right. We are working on official mod support and have been for a while. We want the very best for you, which includes establishing a pipeline that lets mod authors release their mods across different platforms. This right here is big. They want to have mod compatibility between all major platforms. That's PC, Mac, PlayStation, Xbox. That would be awesome to have something like that. So I'm imagining something akin to how Skyrim does it, how they have a mod store, or whatever they call it over on Skyrim and Fallout, where you just click the mods button and it takes you to the in-game mod browser where you can download from within the game. I assume from reading this statement that that's what they're working on, which would be awesome. Makes modding so much more accessible and not just a PC only luxury. Together with the platform holders, we are working on making this a reality and are forming a team to support mod curation. We're aiming to offer modding support for things like classes, UI, customization, spells, and certain assets and game mechanics. As this is no small task, we hope to introduce the initial stages of modding support in our next big patch, which is still several months away. Frustrated as you might be now, we're keen to work with you on this and have plans to reach out to popular mod authors to talk further and work together to avoid issues in the future. This is awesome. So what I'm imagining for the popular mod authors that they're talking about, they're probably talking about the authors that have released a lot of classes. There's there's one author in particular that I think of when I think of class designers, mod authors, that he's released a whole bunch of stuff, like a bunch of the Ranger subclasses. Let's go to Nexus Mods. Let's take a look here. Go to Games, Baldur's Gate, and let's see. Ranger subclass. There we go. See, there are so many here. And who is the author? Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of authors, but there's a couple of them in particular that make a lot of subclasses for the game, and not just subclasses, but races, sub-races. So I imagine that Larian is working with them, and also the individuals who have made really big mods that a lot of other mods rely on, such as the 5e spells mod. If you have any kind of subclass, it's almost guaranteed to require the script extender, the improved UI. That's very common. And there's also the 5e spells for the classes that use custom spells, or just normally like extended spells that those classes would normally have. They normally require that 5e spells mod. So they're probably working with that mod author as well. So this is really exciting. The only thing I'm a little worried about is Sony. Sony has always been notorious for being really hard to work with modding. So if you all don't know, the culture in Japanese games and their systems have always been very anti-modding. You would know this especially if you come over from the Smash Bros scene, where they are extremely against even the smallest mod to improve UI readability or anything. Even mods that don't affect the gameplay at all, they immediately shut down tournaments. And it was a big problem in Fallout 4 when they were Fallout 4 and Skyrim, when they were implementing the cross mod support that those games have now. There's a lot of mods that you still to this day cannot download on the PlayStation version of those games because they don't allow third-party assets, I believe it is. I don't quite remember the reason, but there's a bunch of mods that aren't allowed, and I believe it's because of third-party assets. So that's the only thing I'm worried about, is that our PS5 players are not going to be able to enjoy a large selection of mods. So hopefully they're able to work that out with Sony, so that way it's not as restrictive, or maybe hopefully no restrictions. And really just this post was about it. Patch Hotfix 19 has been released, which has resolved several issues. There are still several issues that are not resolved. There's a lot on the Larian bug report forum and on the subreddit, and also posted in their Discord. But the best way to get feedback back to the developers if you encounter a bug is to record it, with either a screenshot or a short video, upload it somewhere, and post it on their forums in the bug report section. Or at least in the Discord section where they have a specific area for bugs encountered and feedback for the game. Because the devs don't really browse on Reddit. They use their website and their Discord primarily to communicate to the community. Just like how this post here, this is on their Discord. This was not posted on Reddit, right? So if you really want to communicate with Larian, you got to use their Discord and their official website. All right, and with that, I will see you all in the next video.